Casey's Audio Vault.
Tom Gabel and Warren Oakes from Against Me.
September 10th, 2008. Gentlemen, welcome to the Rock Report. It's Against Me. Maybe a quick introduction.
I'm Tom.
And I'm Warren.
Tom, singer-guitarist.
Yes, Warren, drummer extraordinaire.
And threw in the extraordinaire.
How are things going today? How you doing?
They're going good.
Yeah.
Happy to be in Winnipeg.
That's good.
Yeah, had a nice day off yesterday. We were in Thunder Bay.
Mm-hmm. How did you enjoy Thunder Bay?
It was lovely. We've actually been to Thunder Bay a couple times before, but we didn't do much yesterday. I think we went to, I don't know if you went to, but I went to Chapters, and I went to the Future Shop.
I went to the Future Shop, yeah.
Yeah, and Walmart. I bought some Listerine.
I also I did a little bowling, actually. Yeah. And we sampled the Canadian 5-pin bowling for the first time ever.
Isn't it great? Did you enjoy it, or is it?
It's harder than the 10-pin in a way. But by that time, we started with the traditional, with the much larger, heavier balls, and kind of got tired of that. And so then when we switched to the 5-pin and we had the tiny little balls, it was much easier to handle them.
They need to make Wii 5-pin bowling.
Ooh, yeah,
that would be a great idea. In Thunder Bay, do they pretty much every bowling alley in Winnipeg seems to be globe bowling now? Were they enforcing the neon glow bowling in Thunder Bay?
It was. They were calling it cosmic bowling, but we were there in the early evening, and that didn't kick in till the wee hours of the night.
Sounds like you took in everything possible in Thunder Bay.
We saw the sights.
I got a question. I've just had a root canal yesterday,
Ooh.
And I got to thinking, do musicians get a dental plan?
No.
No? Warner Music doesn't give you a dental plan?
Well, when you... we had to become a part of AFTRA, which is the musicians' union. I think it's a total scam, personally, but because you have to pay union dues, and what is a real musicians' union? Are musicians ever going to go on strike together? No, we're not writing any more songs. We're not putting out any more records all together. Never going to happen. And you're offered a dental and a health plan through that, but it's so expensive. Like for me, to get health, it was like something like $300 some odd a quarter, which wasn't so bad. But if I wanted to add my wife into that, it would have been $1,400 per quarter. And I couldn't exactly be like, well, I'm going to get health insurance, but
sorry,
you're
honey.
not, honey.
That's true.
So, yeah, no, I mean, adding dental on top of that would be insane also, but no.
We have
dental.
no safety net whatsoever.
Any injuries on tour? Any emergency cracked
teeth?
tooths?
are rotting out of my head. I know most of ours are. So.
Well, hence the Listerine you picked up at Walmart.
I'm trying to take care, But I actually, my wife is Canadian, and should I ever fall ill or anything, I think we'll
probably
move
come
here
up
to
here.
Canada, and I'll try to become a citizen.
Where's your wife from? How'd you meet her?
I met her on the road. She worked for a band that we toured with, and met on the road, fell in love, got married. Lived happily ever after. But
That's nice.
She's from, is it Windsor?
Windsor? Okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And the tour you're on right now, it's Japanther and St. Elvia Cartel. How did you three get together?
Well, Japanther, we have quite a few mutual friends with. Mutiny PR, who does a lot of publicity stuff for us, works with them as well. And so that was a common link. We have a lot of friends in common, and they're just a cool band that at least I've been a fan of for a while.
I think Warren turned us all on to them. Yes.
I'm guilty of all charges.
And St. Elvia Cartel was recommended to us as hey, you're going to Canada. Why don't you actually take a Canadian band with you? And we were like, that sounds like a good idea. And they were suggested. We checked them out, and then we ended up doing some dates with them on the Warped Tour. Seemed like cool guys. So. Yeah.
And I noticed AgainstMe.com, you got another tour coming up right away with Ted Leo and the Pharmacists.
Yeah,
That's
and
a cool
this
bill.
band Future the Left, who we toured with last October. They're from Wales. Really looking forward to that tour.
Are you planning on taking for New Wave, doing more of a world tour? You getting plans to Asia,
South
America?
We did Tokyo
And Osaka.
August.
Yeah.
And that'll probably be it for
for now.
Yeah, for there. But I mean, we've been on tour for like 2 years at this point in support of New Wave, so we're kind of winding down. Our last date's this year in France, and last date December 11th, and then we'll take a break and write a new record, record, and do it all over again.
Have you started writing?
Yeah, I've been writing since finishing New Wave, and recorded a bunch of songs this past break in between Warped Tour and this tour, and recorded like a little solo thing that's going to be coming out this October. So
it's going to be solo. It'll be your name, or you got something else? Yeah,
my name.
I was reading in a blog, you said you didn't like your name. You weren't sure if you wanted to go.
Now it's my name.
Now you're going with it.
I'm going with it, yeah.
Thanks, Mom and Dad. What's wrong with your name?
I don't know. It's my dad's name as well.
Does anyone call you Junior?
No. Some people call me Tommy, though.
Yeah. You stick with Tom generally.
Well, yeah, well, my mom still calls me Tommy, and my wife calls me Tommy. Yeah.
No Thomas?
No, not really.
Never really thought of you as a Thomas.
Yeah.
Well, you, I guess you did a bit of a team up with Tegan and Sarah. I guess that's the new single. How did that come about? Was that more mutual friends kind of thing? Bump into in Canada? And...
She actually interviewed us. A Warped Tour date we did a couple of years back when we were out in Vancouver. She came up and she interviewed us. And maybe she was bluffing, but she said, hey, if you ever need somebody to do vocals on a record, just give me a call. And I know Tom wrote the song with her voice in mind and called her on her bluff. She came down and recorded it all in one day. Just knocked it out. It was awesome.
We actually just finished making a video for the song, too, that was supposed to be done by now, but we've been kind of battling back and forth on which way to take some of the cuts and edits, and we'll hopefully be done within the next couple days.
You guys from Gainesville? They're nodding their heads.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Right, radio.
You can't see that, huh? Yes, we are.
You got some other famous people from there. You got Tom Petty, Minnie Riperton.
Who?
Loving you is
Really?
easy. Yeah. I know that
I
song.
did not know that. Yeah, totally.
How's my falsetto? Can I do a duet with you guys?
Wow,
Bo
I didn't even
Diddley,
know.
Stephen Stills. You got any more for me?
Less Than Jake, huh?
Got, like, hot water music.
music.
There we go.
Yeah. The Motels.
Sister Hazel?
Sister Hazel. That's a good one. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Do you have some good hometown pride?
Hey, you know what I didn't know about Thunder Bay? Sorry to jump
That's okay.
topics or whatever, but Paul Schaefer from the David Letterman, you know?
Yeah.
He's from Thunder Bay.
Wow. I wonder if he's their most famous export.
Probably.
He probably is.
Yeah.
And he never has much more to say than yes. He just backs up.
Yeah.
I forgot what we were talking about.
Wait,
now.
How awesome
Famous
Gainesville
Gainesville.
is.
Yeah, well, you have the hometown pride. I guess you got the Panther on the cover of the album.
That's more of a Florida thing, though.
That's more
not a
not
Gainesville
necessarily
thing. Gainesville
Gainesville?
doesn't own the Panther, yeah.
No, but you love Florida then.
That's wild.
Yeah, you know, it's a love-hate relationship.
Is that still your home base?
I have a storage unit there.
Yeah. What's in it?
My couch, bed, records, books, clothes.
Family.
What's that? No, I don't keep my family in the storage unit.
No, that's good. That's good. Any plans to head back there? I guess you were saying once this tour winds down, maybe visit home for a bit.
I don't plan on moving back to Gainesville now, but everyone else I know is making it their home base. Yeah. Uh-huh. Andrew and James own houses there.
So where do you live now?
My home is the road.
Your home is the road. How does the wife like that? That can't be very convenient.
She knows the road well too. You know.
Last time you were through, we were talking about Harvest of Hope.
Mm-hmm.
You still involved in that, or you have new charitable organizations you're helping out?
Yeah, I mean, well, we did a bunch of charity shows for them this past year, and I know this August we're doing a show in Gainesville that's for the Civic Media Center, which is a nonprofit, volunteer-run.
Like non-corporate library.
Yeah, it's been around for
Media
like
space.
probably like almost 15 years now in Gainesville. Played some of our first shows there ever, but yeah, I mean we've been involved with various different causes and stuff like that over the years. So try to spread it out, you know.
Well, you're busy enough as it is. It's kind of you got to spend that extra day just to do the extra show, and you know, sometimes you need to sleep.
Well, we were doing the Gainesville show anyways, but we try to make all the shows we do in Gainesville always benefit shows. So
Have you learned any big lessons going from indie to major? Smaller tour to extensive Foo Fighters tour to your own headlining tour.
I think that the lesson that I've learned from going from indie to major is that a record label is a record label.
It just gets your music out.
That's what it is. That there's really no difference. Yeah,
That's good. That's pretty down to earth.
yeah, and that people are people. You know.
What bands?
People are people, so why should it be?
What do you guys usually listen to when you're cruising around? Do you have a bus or you have a
Yeah,
van?
we're on a bus.
Yeah.
So
Get the
we
iPod.
usually listen to our own personal iPods with headphones and don't share music.
So you don't clash with each other over who gets.
Sometimes we listen to the Clash. Ooh.
Any favorite punk bands you want to give like a heads up to? You got Power 97, Winnipeg's
I
best
don't
rock.
really listen to that many punk bands per se.
Well, any bands. Don't need to preface it with punk.
I've been trying to actually make it a point to just listen to Canadian bands since we've been up here. And so as I was walking around today, I was listening to the new Constantine's record, or the most recent, Kensington Heights, and it's awesome. I really like it. And, excuse me, the latest record by Islands I really like also.
I recently got the new Conor Oberst record. I think that's a very good record. I also recently, probably a little later than everyone else, got the last MIA record, and I think that's a really good record. Still a big fan of Mark Lanigan's Bubblegum record. Kind of rediscovered that again, even though I got into it a couple years ago. And then got really into the Crystal Castles record.
Right.
Another Canadian band. Huh? We played
Yeah,
with them.
Canadian duo.
Played with them at the Summer Sonic Festivals in Japan. They're pretty amazing live. And the new CSS record, I think, is really great too. Yeah.
So this is all like electro pop kind of.
Oh, you know,
If if I can,
it's good music. Music is music. Why do you got to classify it?
well, yeah, well, that's a problem a lot of us people in the media have.
It's you radio people.
Yeah.
Put music in a little cage, man.
Are there any bands that you really want to get out on tour with or get to meet and that kind of thing?
Really happy to be doing the Ted Leo tour. And that's something I think that we've all wanted to do for a while now. So I'd really like to tour with Tegan and Sarah at some point. I know we're playing the Austin City Limits Festival with them, so that's close enough. But hopefully maybe one day we'll do a whole tour with them.
Mm-hmm. The Constantines, so I just mentioned, are near the top of my list, and also the Thermals, I think would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'd love to tour with the Thermals. That'd be rad.
Yeah. Did you guys used to watch Austin City Limits when you were younger? Is that something you always wanted to be on?
Not really. I used to live in Texas too, but no, I never really was aware of it.
We always had that on PBS, Prairie Public Television, and
Yeah.
we used to always watch that Sunday nights. It always seemed like that looks like a cool place. Well,
Pretty cool place.
I appreciate you guys coming down. And
Thank you for having us.
You got the show tonight, Burton Cummings Theater. Can't forget to plug that. St. Albia Cartel and Japanther.
What's the name of the theater?
Burton Cummings Theater.
Oh,
It's
they call it the Garrick when we were there.
wait a second.
It's the Garrick.
It's the Garrick.
Jordan, our tour manager, is going, the Garrick. The
Yeah.
Garrick.
Now I'm getting yelled at through the glass.
I didn't want to get you
Typing
in
furiously
trouble
on his
here.
BlackBerry now, too. I don't know what that means.
At the Garrick. At the Garrick Theater. Well, I guess we'll finish off here. The big one, the one that most people know, Thrash Unreal.
Cool.
Thank you very much, guys. Against me on the Rock Report, we are Winnipeg's best rock, Power 97.
If she wants to dance and drink all night.
All the interviews you want on iTunes and at power97.com. Casey's Audio Vault.
Casey Norman is Power 97's music director and can be heard every weekday from 2 till 6 in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada.
Power 97 is Winnipeg's best rock.